Suddenly, the local man is forcibly thrown to the ground. He is struck multiple times on the head and torso by an unseen aggressor. Several operatives fire at the presumed source of the attack, but hit nothing. An operative attempts to grab the man and drag him away, but a large wound starts appearing on his midriff, from where he seemed to be anchored. SCP-4975 is a vaguely humanoid entity with various avian attributes, the most notable of which is its beak. Its body structure is long and thin overall, and its limbs taper off into formless extremities, lacking distinct digits. A thick, hardened skin layer covers the entirety of its body, including its beak. Its cervical vertebrae are not interconnected and appear to be able to move independently of one another. SCP-4975 continuously rotates them one vertebra at a time, from back to front, ending with its head in a rhythmic fashion. With each movement, it produces a clicking or cracking sound. It only stops moving its head in this way when it is preparing for an attack. It has been observed to stalk future victims for extended periods of time before finally deciding to attack. Sometimes as long as 10 months or more. It kills its victims by means of its appendages. It uses them to bludgeon and tear at the victim's body. SCP-4975 will always eat the corpse afterward, and an average adult human appears to last at about 3 months. It is to be contained in a standard steel containment cell. Human contact with it is prohibited. If there is a containment breach, any Foundation personnel persistently hearing a rhythmic cracking noise must isolate themselves. They must isolate themselves from other people and patiently wait until SCP-4975 is put back in its containment chamber or the cracking stops. One of the Foundation operatives investigated recent SCP-4975 related reports near the Black Forest in Schwarzwald, Germany on 16th of September 2002. At that time, Foundation operatives were investigating a Freiburg citizen. He had told local law enforcement that he had been hearing a rhythmic clicking noise for over 4 months, and that someone was stalking him. The operatives had taken him into their custody. They also told law enforcement that he experienced paranoia and auditory hallucinations due to the side effects of the chemotherapy he was receiving at that time as a cover-up. Then they had asked the man to show them where he had last seen SCP-4975 and headed there together. They were walking in a wooded area to investigate. However, the Freiburg citizen appeared to be out of breath and nervous, looking around frantically and clutching his arms to his chest during the investigation. After a few minutes had gone by, he froze in place. He saw something and points towards a tree. Some of the operatives turned to see what he was looking at. They appear confused. There is nothing behind the tree. The man seems to panic and fall backwards on the ground, still pointing at nothing. At this exact time, surveillance video shows that SCP-4975 had stopped rotating its neck. It was now staring motionless at the southeastern corner of its containment cell. Suddenly, the local man is forcibly thrown to the ground. He is struck multiple times on the head and torso by an unseen aggressor. Several operatives fire at the presumed source of the attack, but hit nothing. An operative attempts to grab the man and drag him away, but a large wound starts appearing on his midriff, from where he seemed to be anchored. The operative gives up after attempting to move the man, because it only further tore open the wound. The operative, talking into a handheld receiver, then raises his firearm and shoots the local man in the head, killing him. After a few moments, strips of flesh start to get ripped off the dead body one by one. Once the strips were utterly detached from the body, they vanished. At this time, SCP-4975, which had not been fed, appeared to be eaten. Despite SCP-4975's permanent presence in its containment cell, new incidents and sightings were continuously reported from its region of origin. Investigation discontinued indefinitely. Reclassification of SCP-4975 to Keter class is currently pending. What do you think of this SCP? Feel free to comment below. We'll see you soon.